Here's to the dreamers, the seekers, the wise. Crystal lavender will reach in the skies. Through tarot and starlight we'll always roam. In the heart of the universe we found our home. Comes where the mystics play. We speak the language of the Milky Way. A touch of Venus, a kiss from the moon, guiding lost hearts with a sweet gentle tune.
Hello, hello, welcome here, welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, whatever time you're watching this video. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose, and it is late night, all right? I didn't feel like being all, like, I'm somewhat seen, but didn't really feel like being all the way seen, so we're just going to do it like this. I could have gone with just my hands, but meh, we're just going to rock it like this, all right? So, thank you guys so much for being here. Please remember to hit that little like button on your way in or on your way out. It's a little click for you, but a big bada boom for me, okay? And if you would like a personal reading, you can go to my new website at crystal-lavender, wherever my fingers are right there, crystal-lavender.com, where you can get a free private personal reading as well as sign up for my free newsletter, get exclusive content, and a free download of my book, okay? And for those of you that didn't know, I wrote a book. It is called Say You Love, and it is a testimony of triumph over the darkness of childhood sexual trauma and addiction. And I wrote that whole entire thing using my phone and a talk to text. Okay, I did talk to text and it was on my phone. And I did that whole thing in 5 weeks. I wrote my whole entire book in 5 weeks. So what up, Ralph? Hi, Pam Bear. So yeah, I'm like, my voice seems a little bit rasp right now. Like I sang for my old band last night. So, and I got to do one song with them, and I am completely like, not in practice for doing that. So I sound a little bit raspy, and we're just gonna do this. Tomorrow we're going live, and we're gonna do I'm gonna do a live one-on-one with other people as well. So you'll be able to get into the link and get live with me. You'll be able to be like one-on-one. You'll be right next to me on a one-on-one. I'm gonna change this layout a little bit. Hold up. I feel so close. There we go. So yeah, my voice is a little raspy, and it's like night time, but I didn't feel like getting all the way dressed, but I didn't feel like going to bed yet. So we're gonna hang out with you guys, all right? And we are going to see, are they thinking about you? Are they thinking about you? I'm gonna go get my hair professionally done on Friday for the first time ever. I'm super excited about that. So Aries, 255. Are they thinking about you? Let's find out, Aries. I was just gonna go with my titties and be like this, just straight titties. You know, that's a good view, right? We'll just go with that. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. Last night was a really great experience. My son's band had their first gig last night, and I got to watch my son rock out, and then I got to be on stage with my old band, which is really cool. Like, they always, anytime they're in town, because like my old band lives in California, so they started here in Colorado, and they moved to after I quit, they moved to California, and they kept the name. I let them keep the name and all this stuff like that. So anytime they're in town, they let me do a song with them, and you know, like I get to sing with them, and I get whatever merch they have. Like if they got a new CD out or whatever, like I always get one of those, and I always get shirts or whatnot. So it's really cool to like hang out with them and to see them. So what do we got for Aries? Are they thinking about you, Aries? And I did upload all 12 zodiac signs. All 12 of them are uploaded in my videos for this week. And I've already started on my new ones. That's what I was just going to do my hands, because I don't know, for some reason I like doing it that way. I do my lives with me and my weeklies with my hands. So the High Priestess. So the Seven of Pentacles. The High Priestess, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. So we got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So it came up in reverse. So they might be wondering, like they're kind of wondering if they did something wrong. This person wants to know if they did something wrong, or if they said something wrong, or if like they moved wrong in some way. Like somehow or another their intuition is telling them that like you are disappointed in them, or you're disappointed in the way they acted, or like they're intuitively feeling like you feel like it's like a waste of time, that there's no point in it. Yeah, Nine of Swords. They have a lot of anxiety about this situation. I don't know if it was something that you said the last time that they saw you, or something that either you said or they said, but they haven't gotten over it. They haven't gotten over it. They haven't. They're losing sleep over whatever happened. I don't know if they're like replaying the situation in their mind, like re-going over what it is that you said, or re-going over what it is that they said. They don't want it to end though with the death and rebirth card. They don't want it to end. They want it to keep going, but they don't know if you're disappointed in them, or if they're just like overplaying it and they're disappointed in themselves. Let me see if I can put both of these. Will it do both of them? Oh yeah, it does. Cool. So they might be disappointed in themselves. You guys are awesome. Yeah, and the Tower card. So there must have been some sort of major disruption, or some sort of major upheaval in this situation, like some sort of eruption, or like somebody lost their temper or said something that they didn't mean. I don't know if somebody got drunk and like said a bunch of bullshit that they didn't mean, or acted out of character. But intuitively, this person, Aries, thinks that you are mad at them or disappointed in their behavior. I mean, and if they did do something while they were drunk and like said something stupid or did something stupid, or you think that they're juggling multiple priorities, or they have their priorities all out of whack. Sometimes people be juggling shit, like they want to act a certain way without, they would rather act it instead of being it, you know so this person might have their priorities out of whack, like they want to act like they're all that instead of being all that. But I feel like something major happened. Either they said something to you, or like something slipped, like some sort of information slipped, and they don't they're not okay with whatever it was that happened, or they don't think that you should be okay with whatever it was that happened. Can you accept me where I am right now? They don't think they think their life is a fucking mess. They like somehow or another they turned their life upside down and turned it into a mess. But are they thinking about you? Hell yeah, they're thinking about you. They're losing all kinds of sleep over you, thinking about the last thing that they said, or having conversations in their mind like, well, I wish I would have said this, or I wish I could have said that instead of this. But they can't just be a friend to you. Like they will always and forever just want to be more than friends. Like they can't just be your friend. And like sometimes I understand that, but at the same time, if you truly love somebody, then you want to see them happy with or without you, right? Like if you truly love somebody, you know, you should be happy just because they're happy, even if it doesn't include you in a romantic way. But they think you're better off without them. Whatever happened was major. It was a major fucking berm, you know. Like I don't know what the hell they did. I don't know if they tried to be sexy or some shit and flipped the whole fucking chair over or what. Like did this person think you did that shit on purpose, or they're just one. There's something major with that Tower card. Like they're trying to hold on to it. They're trying to, I think they might be holding back, pretending like it didn't happen, waiting for the energy to die down, or waiting for the mess to kind of clean itself up. But life is too short to stress about love. Ain't that the fucking truth? Okay? We should not be stressed over fucking love. Okay? Life is way too short for that shit. Like if it doesn't elevate your happiness, then what the fuck are we doing, If we're not working together as a team, then what's the point? It's like you're either on my team or you're in my way 100%. And this person, I don't know what they said. They said something. They did something stupid. Yeah, so recharging your energy. They think that you're recharging, or they're recharging, just trying to take a break so that things smooth over, so that the energy like smooths out. Do little things that make you happy. Make sure that you spend time with yourself, doing the things that you love. Like we can't, like whenever we're in a relationship, we tend to make that whole, like the relationship our world, and you got haters that are mad because they're seeing you win. Well, shit, like Cat Williams says, you wake up with one hater, you better go to bed with two, because haters make you famous. They're still like your mouth, your name is still in this person's mouth, or your name is still in these person's mouth. Hey, Siva, nice to see you. I know it's super late and this is like totally spur of the moment and we're only going with my titties. Okay, you can only, it's a titty show here, but we're doing it. We're gonna do it anyways. Go check out Siva's channel. so that you can be a part of his very first premiere whenever he does it. So yeah, don't miss out on any opportunities because you're waiting on this person to come correct, okay? Like don't wait, don't put your life on hold waiting for this person to man up, woman up, like shave their legs or whatever it is that they got to do. Like don't put your life on hold for this person, okay? Because whatever it was they said they done fucked up, but yeah, they are losing sleep over the situation with the Nine of Swords. They're extremely stressed, and intuitively they know that either you are mad at them or they feel like you should be. They're like, whatever happened, like there's no way that Aries ain't fucking mad at me. Like they feel like you should be mad at them. Like they're anticipating that you are mad at them, or like you are rightfully upset with whatever it was that happened. So, all right, let's go on to Taurus. 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 1054. Hi, Taurus. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, whatever time you're watching this video. So let's see. Are they thinking about you? Like, what's going on in Taurus's world? Is the person that Taurus is thinking about Taurus? I mean, chances are, if you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you. Especially if you can't get somebody out your head, then chances are they're thinking about you. So, well, let's see what the cards say. And if you would like a personal reading, please go to my website at crystal-lavender.com. And you can sign up for my newsletter. It comes out every Monday, and it's got exclusive content and coupons for personal private readings. And you can also get a free download of my book, okay? And all of that is at crystal-lavender.com. And if you need a website guy, I have a website wizard. Okay, like my friend literally held my hand through the whole process and taught me how to do everything in order to run my website. So you got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Taurus. So this person isn't wanting to work on this relationship. Like they don't want to put the work in. They just want to celebrate. All right, with the Three of Cups there, they just want to have their cake. Ooh, Tower moment. So something major might have happened. You might have found out some truth about a person, a place, or a situation, or you might have found out about a third party. Okay, or there that there's a third party involved and maybe a fourth or fifth party as well, but this person has no intentions of working on any of the situation. Either this is you or that person, but I feel like there's like some sort of sudden truth and like an abrupt truth, like somehow or another some sort of illusion or delusion has come crumbling down. All right, like it can't maintain the balance anymore. Like they can't keep up with whatever it is that they've been trying to maintain, with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Temperance in the reverse right underneath it. It's like they can't maintain whatever illusion it is that they were trying to keep up. Seven of Swords. What the fuck? Yeah, this person is really strategic. They're strategically sneaky. Okay, and they feel like they've gotten away with it. Like they've gotten away with it for so long. They've been so good for so long, but I feel like you're just onto it. Your intuition is on point. You might have gotten personal guidance about a situation. Hey, Perfect Dark, nice to see you. But yeah, so you're no longer in some sort of mind prison wondering, okay? Like if this person was making you feel like making you confused, well, what if this, what if that? Well, they act this way one day and then act this day the other day, and then they tell me this one thing, but then I intuitively feel like it's this other. Like they shouldn't be making you confused, okay? If they're not claiming you like a crackhead claims a $10 bill on the ground, then fuck that. All right. So they kind of feel like there's no hope in the situation, that they've been busted. Like I don't know if you busted them straight out in a lie, or like you figured out that they got some sort of third party, fourth party, fifth party. Like they just want to have their cake, and like they don't want to settle down. They ain't ready to settle down. They don't want to settle down. They think that settling down is a burden, and that trying to be with somebody long term like that, like this person might be a little bit jaded in the realm of love in general. Queen of Swords, so they don't tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. All right, they kind of like skirt around the truth, or they will avoid your questions or your conversation. Like this person doesn't like to have deep conversations. Like if it's not talking about if they're not talking about like what it is that you're gonna, like, or they just waiting for you to come back. I don't know if you guys have done this before. All right, you might have done this before with this person, where it's like you call them out on their bullshit with the Tower card here. You catch them in some lie, you call them out on their bullshit. You tell them that they're being a sneaky, deceitful fucking, dirt bag, and then they just sit back and wait for the energy to unfold. They just sit back and wait for you to come back to them. Okay, so if this has been a repetitive cycle, I feel like it's time to free yourself from this situation, free yourself from this person's energy, or just free your mind from their energy. At least, like, keep yourself busy. Don't think about them all the time. Don't be wondering what it is that they're doing, because the Page of Pentacles in reverse, they ain't got much to offer. They're not offering very much. It's like the little that's like, you're either going to take what it is that they're offering you, the very little that they're offering you, and be cool with that, or you're going to find something better. All right. I feel like you need to find something better than whatever it is that this person is trying to give to you. Like, you deserve more than that. You deserve something like way better than um, somebody just feeding you the bare minimum. What else do we got? Let's see what else we got. And tomorrow I'm going live with an all signs, and my face will be on there. We will be face to face with each other, okay? Because I'm going to do live personal readings in between each sign, where I am inviting you to co-host with me. We will do your personal question with you on stage with me, okay? And that's tomorrow at 8 p.m. my time. So can we start over after all this? That's what all this person wants to do. It's like they want to break up to make up, break up to make up. Like they're just waiting for you to calm down about the situation so that they could go back to the way that it was, so that they can not be like, they're not going to change who it is that they are or what it is that they're doing. They're just waiting for you to calm down about it and accept them for who it is that they are, But at least with you knowing whatever it is that you have an actual, like, you have an informed decision to make. Like, you can make an informed decision. Thank you so much, Perfect Dark. How do I do this? I want to star you. I think I could do it on my phone. Let me move to over here. See what it says over here. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing all right. I know you were having it pretty rough there for a while. I want to star you. I know you were woo woo. Oh, it won't let me do it over here either. So yeah, there are people that don't agree with you guys being together, with whoever this is. Like, you might get a lot of people like, dude, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, why are you letting them play with you like that? Like, don't let them play with you like that. But you can't, like, they can't help being drawn to you, and you can't help be drawn to them. Like, you're like, I know I deserve better. I know that I absolutely can't be, like, this is not anything that's good for me. But sometimes, like, the best foods are the worst for us. They taste the motherfucking best. And they know that you deserve better because you do. All right. But I believe this is a conversation that you guys have had, but they're literally just waiting for you to calm down about the situation so that they could just, yeah, if I could go back in time, I would handle it a little differently. Like, they do want to handle it a little differently. They either they would, like, prefer to not get caught. You know what I mean? Like, some people aren't upset that they got busted. It's like, they're not upset for the actions that they did. They're upset because they got caught about some shit. So don't let this person fucking mind fuck you, okay? No mind fucking, unless it's like, consensual, like, phone sex, and then that's a whole different deal. All right, let's go on to Team Gemini. Thank you so much, Perfect Dark. Yeah, and I've uploaded all the weeklies. Like, I'm trying to do weeklies. I've got a daily in my shorts every single day. Like, it depends on, like, I haven't decided on what exact time. Like, I don't do it exactly at the same time every day, but every single day I upload a new a new reading in my shorts, and then I will upload every individual sign for the weekly before Monday. And my newsletter comes out every Monday morning at 8 a.m. on mountain time at 8 a.m. And there are exclusive content and coupons for personal private readings. So let's go to Gemini. Gemini. Gem and I. Hi, Gemini. How you guys doing tonight? I couldn't sleep, and I slept way too late, and then now I'm just like wide awake right now. So I'm one of those people, like, man, Like, it's so much easier for me to stay awake till 5 o'clock in the morning than it is for me to go to bed and get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning is like pulling fucking teeth. Hi, Brenda. Welcome in. So we are on the sign of Gemini. Is this person thinking about you, Gemini? I want a different deck. Deck switch. What do we got? Let's go with Visa one. We'll go with the new one. You are very welcome. What do we got for Team Gemini? These cards are so cool. Look at them. Cut to the star card, so that's hopeful. Let's see what else we got. Is this person thinking about you? For Team Gemini. Yeah, my voice sounds a little bit harsh because I used to sing for a thrash metal punk rock band, and they came through town last night. My old band came through town, and I got to do a song with them. So my voice was like way out of practice, but I was super excited to do that. And tomorrow we are going live face to face. We're going to go face to face. Help you guys confront your fears to get seen. I want to see your pretty smiles, handsome smiles. All right, so this person is guarded, Gemini. We got the Eight of Wands. So I don't know. They want there to be fast communication. They want things to move really rapidly because Eight of Wands is typically a card of like rapid movement. Like this person wants things to move really fast. I did split to the star card, but they're not very committal though. They might have a hard time committing with the Hierophant in reverse, or this person could just be really like not have a very high level of education. Like they may have never gone to college, or they might not have even graduated high school. Maybe they don't have their GED. I mean, but some of the richest people in the world don't even have a GED, so that's not necessarily like a bad thing. But it does feel like this person doesn't have any high levels of education. You know, they might have gone to the school of hard knocks. You know, I've learned more on the streets than I ever did in school, but they feel really lucky when they're around you, or they feel like they're really lucky to know you, or they're really lucky to have you in their life. With the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, y'all could have some sort of karmic contract as well with each other. Like you just feel like you've known each other forever. But they don't want any drama. So they don't want any drama. They don't want to fight. Like they don't want any sort of nonsense. They're like no drama llamas whatsoever. Like they're like, if there's drama, I'm out. Yeah, this person will straight move the fuck on out. It does feel like they are healing from some things that happened in their past, or from a situation that happened in their past. Like they still got some swords stuck in their boat that they haven't quite maneuvered yet. They haven't quite figured out how to let go of a situation. You know, if they could move everything back to the way that it would be, then they would move it back to the way it used to be. They got some sort of nostalgia. They think very highly of you. This feels like somebody that you've known for a long time, or maybe somebody that you grew up with that you kind of fell out with. Because they have a lot of fond memories with the Sun card and the upright as well. I love these cards. These cards are so pretty. Let's see if it'll focus on it. Will it actually focus it? The Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. So this person like has a lot of really happy memories with you. You know, they think really fondly of you. They do not want to fight with you. You know, but at the same time they're having a hard time moving forward. You know, they do want to see things from your perspective. They are willing to surrender to the unknown, surrender to whatever it is that they need to do. They might have even told you, I'll do whatever you need to, I'll do whatever we need, I'll do whatever it takes. You know, this person is pretty serious about that they want to do whatever it takes to make the relationship work. Yeah, the King of Pentacles, they could be working really hard on their finances as well. You know, if they seem like they're really busy, or if it feels like they don't have time for you, it's because they're like really putting in the work at work. Kitty, don't do it. Pixie is wanting to come up here, so he might knock everything down again. That's his notorious like intro. He's like, kaboom, Pixie's here. But they do have this, they have a lot of different options, or they feel that you have a lot of different options on the plate here, you know, and they're not sure if you're going to pick them, or which option it is that you're going to pick, or which one would be the best for them to pick, or the best for you to pick. Because they feel like there's either a lot of competition, or that they just have a lot on their plate, or you have a lot on your plate. But they do feel a very significant connection with you. It could be a Gemini as well with the Lovers card here. It could be another Gemini that you're dealing with, or that's just you, that you feel this really super strong connection with this person. Could also be a soulmate. I mean, everybody that we've ever had contact with is our soulmate, but this is like a higher level soulmate, or need I say twin flame. To me, a twin flame is a divine lab partner. It's like we get together to be a catalyst to open each other up and to help spread that vibration throughout the ley lines of the planet. Speaking of which, don't forget to spread your unconditional love to the ley lines of the planet. All right. So this person really, really, like, they've got it bad for you. They've got it super bad for you, but they might be acting like they don't. Oh no, they do want to come together. So I don't even think this person acts like they don't care. I think they do act like they do care. I think you know dang well that this person cares, but you're like not willing to have it. You feel like they're keeping secrets or something with the moon card here. That's about releasing fears. Are you fearful of this connection, or are they feel fearful of this connection? Could be a Pisces. We got Gemini, we got Leo, we got Taurus here as well. But this feels like a very significant connection. It's kind of intense. Maybe they're scared of the intensity, or you're scared of the intensity, or you don't like the triggers that it brings up inside of you, especially with that lovers card there, because it might like trigger a whole lot. Like part of the lovers, like that's why I call it the divine lab partners, because it's supposed to bring out those things inside of us that we haven't faced yet. It brings up like some of our worst traumas, some of our worst triggers, because then we gotta face those things. We gotta heal them so that we can transmute that energy, so that we can help heal ourselves. If we heal ourselves from the inside, then we could truly, like, if every single person could heal themselves from the inside, then we could truly change the whole entire world, right? These cards are slippery. Let's, what do I do with the box? We'll put them over here. So this person is absolutely thinking about you. What do we have on this side? Business rival. So that's what I thought. They're working really, really hard. So if they're acting like they're like, they might even be in competition with you, as far like, I don't know if you're pushing them to be more successful, like you inspire them to be more successful, or they inspire you to be more successful. But I don't know. It says that they can't stand your grind and hustle, but I think they're actually motivated by it, or like they feel like you're cheating on them with your job, or you feel like you're cheating on them, or they're cheating on you with their job. It's like all you care about is work, 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 and it's like, well, you can't have a man or a woman with clean money if they ain't doing the work. You know what I mean? Oh, we just got out of the Venus retrograde. Like, I think it just went into Aries now. So Venus retrograde, dealing with insecurities, appearances, body image, worthiness, relationships, and sexuality. So this Venus retrograde probably brought up a lot of your unhealed insecurities. Okay, like especially if there's like somebody that they work with, excuse me, or something to do with their work, but causing you to miss out and lose an opportunity. Do you feel like you're wasting your time, or have they accused you of making them miss out on something because of jealousy or insecurities? But yeah, this person absolutely and Mercury retrograde. So Mercury is coming out of retrograde too. We are in the post shadow of Mercury retrograde, but delays, problems, interruptions with transportation to communication. There's definitely some sort of communication issues here in this connection. All right. Make sure that you're having not having important conversations via text. Okay. Like, don't text people that are important to you important conversations. Make sure that that you can actually hear their tone of voice, the way the way that it's like sometimes, because sometimes it's not the message, it's the delivery that we need to really pay attention to. So, um, and Mars retrograde, impulsive rage of anger, hostility, major blowouts, fights, and violence. So somebody might have like lost their cool, lost their shit, um, and I don't know if it was you or this other person, but they feel really strongly for you. Like, this is a very significant connection, most definitely a significant connection, but those type of connections will absolutely bring up some of the ugliest parts of ourselves for us to look at and face. Like, I know throughout my journey, like, I know who I will never ever ever be again. All right, like, I've seen the ugliest parts of myself, and love will make us do crazy things, especially when we think that we're in love, or if we're in love with a person, but they don't call it crimes of passion for no fucking reason, right? So just be mindful of what it is that you're like, how it is that you're acting just because you're in love with the person, or how this person is acting just because they're in love with you. We do crazy ass shit. All right, but this person absolutely is thinking about you. All right, let's go on to the Cancer collective. Cancer, late night Cancer reading. What up? Who dis? Check in. Who dis? New number. Who are you? Cancer. Grin party, right? Hey. Yeah, hit them hearts in that circle. Smash them hearts in the circle. All right, Cancer. Hi, Cancer. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon. Let's see what we got for the person on your mind. Are they thinking about you too? And tomorrow we are going live with an all signs where it's like a meet and greet. Like in between each one of the signs, I'm going to offer a personal reading to somebody who's brave enough to come online with me. All right. So you will be face to face with me and face to face with all of YouTube and conquer some of your fears. All right. Come and join me tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. And if you would like a personal private reading, you can go to my website at crystal-lavender.com. And I have everything from one question personal readings all the way to monthly guidance, like continued guidance throughout the month. Right. And there's a 10% off coupon at my website. You can also sign up for my newsletter, which gets you exclusive content, and you can get a free download of my book. All right. Cancer. Hello, Miss Phoenix. Nice to see you. Welcome in. Cancer. What do we got? Who is this person thinking about you? The Hermit. They're soul searching, so they might be climbing up a mountain trying to talk to their guides, their spirit guides, maybe they're consulting cards or consulting their friends. They do feel regret for however it is that they acted. They feel some sort of regret there. There's a lot of disappointment and loss, some pessimism. They're not sure if like they're not really like you. If you see this guy, like he's only looking at the cups that are on the ground. He doesn't see the two that are behind him that are still standing. So they might feel that everything is lost, that they don't think that there's any point in turning around and coming back. But this person is definitely doing some soul searching with the Hermit card here. Like they are trying to figure this out, and like intuitively they're trying to talk to God, talk to source, talk to spirit. They might be trying to get tarot readings on you, or just asking your friends or asking their friends for advice. Like they could be going to somebody that's older than them for advice. But they're overly emotional about the situation with the Queen of Swords. With the Queen of Swords here, they're overly emotional. They could act a little cold-hearted and bitchy about it, and it's because it's easier to be angry than it is to be sad. All right, because they're like, in actuality, underneath all of it, they're really, really ashamed and embarrassed about however the situation turned out. So they're going to project that as anger instead of sadness, because they would much rather just be angry. Like anger is to them is a much more justified feeling. It's easier to cope with than it is to be sad about the situation. Like they don't like being sad, so they'd rather just be angry. Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Phoenix. But yeah, they're trying to be self-disciplined. Like they're really holding back. They're really holding themselves back from coming forward, from making an appearance. And it could be because somehow or another they like hurt their pride. Um because they don't know for sure that there would be a reward for coming back. It's like unless they know it's a for sure thing. Unless they know it's a for sure thing, then they're not going to try to put themselves in a position to be rejected, with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here. But they're bitter. They're bitter about it, but they do feel this as an emotional loss. They might act a little bit cold-hearted or unemotional about the situation, but that's because they have a little bit too much emotion about it. All right, like they're repressing their emotions, because it says emotional loss, blocked creativity, emptiness, self-love, intuition, and repressed emotion. And the Tower. So this was definitely a major upheaval. This wasn't just like a oops, I slipped and this was something major that happened. It wasn't like just a regular everyday argument. Like this might have turned into an explosive, like, no coming back from that shit. But that's like sudden change, chaos. Like that's like complete disaster and releasing things. It's like almost like almost like a tornado coming through and ripping up a relationship or tearing apart something. But I mean, and the scary things about tornadoes is like you could see them on one side, but on the other side you can't see them. It could be a bright blue day outside, you don't even know a tornado is fucking happening. So and they're just gonna be they're moody. they're kind of bitchy, they're self-sabotaging, but they're trying to remain like they're cool, calm, and collected. Like their appearance is that they don't care. They want to project that they don't care, or that they have a reason to be angry about whatever it was that happened in the situation. But no, they're just, yeah, heartbreak. The Three of Swords. mm, Three of Swords. They're heartbroken about it. They're heartbroken about whatever they did. They're heartbroken about how it turned out, but instead of talking vulnerably about the situation, like they're just going to talk shit about themselves. Like they're just going to keep it to themselves and be, in their own minds, like, oh, you stupid motherfucker, you shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to tell you that they feel this way. They're just going to talk to themselves like that, which in return makes it worse. It makes it even more of a burden. Okay. It makes it even harder for them to come correct. It makes it even harder for them to take accountability and to express their true emotions, because they're talking so much shit to themselves. Like there's not anything that you could say to them that's worse than what it is that they've said to themselves. But they might not ever let you know that. They might not, on the outside it might appear that they're completely calm, cool, and collected, but on the inside they are kicking the shit out of themselves for whatever it was that happened. All right, what else can we get? Yeah, it would be nice if they would just take accountability. That's that shame loop, though. People go into a shame loop, and then they don't want to face you, because they don't want to face themselves. They don't want to face what it is that they've done, And like I've been guilty of that before. Like I know exactly what that's like. That's like when I was in active addiction, or when I used to ditch school all the time. It was just easier for me to just continue ditching school than it was to go and show my face, because you get stuck in this repetitive loop of shame. So they might be they're in that loop. So instead of like being vulnerable and taking responsibility for their actions or for their own true emotions, yeah, they're just rather keeping it a secret. It says keeping you a secret, but really I feel like they're keeping it a secret. All right, they're keeping how they truly feel a secret. And they like there was some sort of major betrayal, backstabbing, traitor, not to be trusted. I don't know if they trusted, like, betrayed your trust, and said some stuff that they shouldn't have said to people that was none of their business, or if it was like actual deceit. But there was something that was deceptive. But they don't hate anything about you. They hate nothing about you. They don't like themselves, okay? But there's nothing that they don't like about you. It's not a you problem. It's a them problem. And when it's a them problem, it's really hard to deal with, because we want to help them. We want to help fix them. We want to love them. We want to love their pieces back together. And we can't love someone's pieces back together. All we can do is give them the tools. Be like, hey, bro, I got some duct tape. You know what I mean? I got some duct tape. I got some super glue, you know? Hi, Heart of Fire. Like, I can help you mend your pieces. I could hug you, and it's a big hug is almost like super glue. But yeah, it's explosive. I don't know if it already exploded, the situation already exploded, or it was about to. But be careful not to let it turn into, yeah, into fumes. Okay, you don't want it to pop off and become super toxic. I don't know. I just had a Facebook memory in my of one of the worst times of my life, man. One of the most toxic times I ever was. Like, you could see the fumes in my freaking eyes. Like, don't let it get like that. I mean, but also, like, that experience also helped mold me into the best version of myself. So, I mean, we each have our own lessons to go through. Ooh, that's a hard placement. That's a super hard placement. All right, let's go to Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please remember to hit that little like button, and do that for all of the people that you watch, because it's huge for us. It's like a virtual hug for us. Every single one of those little like buttons. All right, Leo. $38.44. Okay, Leo. Is this person thinking about you, Leo? Is this person thinking about my lovely Leos? Which one do I want to use? Which deck shall I use? I will use the one that my Leo friend gave me. Hello, hello. Heart o' fire. I got this what is it? Mystical Moments tarot that a Leo friend of mine gave me. So we're gonna do that for the Leo reading. Leo, is this person thinking about you? Chances are if you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you. Something about quantum physics, you know? Quantum entanglement and quantum physics. Such a fascinating subject. How we're all truly one and an illusion is just a separation. But it's so mind-boggling to think about, like, from our own human perspective, to think of the infinite, to think of forever is like mind-boggling. Just like never is mind-boggling. Like, we as humans have a really hard time conceptualizing that. All right. 1:11 on the clock. Make a wish. Leo, are they thinking about you? The Hermit. So they might be coming, they might have been thinking about this a whole lot. And it feels like they are coming down, the King of Cups. They're coming down from the mountain. Um, but the King of Cups is in reverse. So they might have decided that there isn't as a much emotion there. Oh, but the King of Cups. What the hell? Why is there two Kings of Cups? That's fucking weird. All right, look at this. These are both from the same deck, and they both say King of Cups. I've never noticed that before. You see that? It says King of Cups. If it'll focus. It says King of Cups, right? King of Cups. What does that say? King of Cups. There are two King of Cup decks in this book, or in there, or in this deck. Two King of Cups. That I've never noticed that before. Okay, well, one of them came out in the upright and the other one came out in the reverse. So it feels like they have mixed emotions. That's crazy. But they do feel like you're a wish fulfillment with the 1111 card here with the 4 of Wands. Yeah, that's crazy. They're both King of Cups. Like, it says King of Cups. It says it right there. I'm not tripping. I was like, wait, what does it say? Knight of Cups? If I could get it to focus right. Yeah, King of Cups. Right? Right. Right. And this one, King of Cups. Not Knight of Cups, King of Cups. They're both Kings of Cups. That's crazy. I wonder if there was just a misprint, or if, like, I'll have to check into that. But yeah, so this person has mixed feelings because one of them came out in the upright and the other one came out in reverse. But underneath that, we have the 4 of Wands, which is the 1111 card. That's wish fulfillment. You know, that's like a happily ever after. Look at the artwork. Isn't that beautiful? Like, this person might feel really intensely about this situation, and that might be why they're all like, you know, or they have like maybe they're bipolar, you know, where one minute they're super up and the next minute they're super down, you know, or they're just bipolar as far as this connection goes. You know, one minute they're all about it and then the next minute they're like scared to death of it. But they could be they could be having some sort of financial difficulties with the King of Pentacles in reverse here, so they might be a little bit intimidated about whatever sort of money situation that they have. But they feel like the fact that they're not guarded, like they don't feel like super guarded about this situation. Like, in all actuality, like they feel like letting their guard down and letting you in, which could also explain why they're so defensive, why they're so like, oh man, you know, because they want to rip that cage open and let you in. It might make them feel a little like out of place. You know, the 7 of Cups, but they don't have their options open. Like, they don't have anybody else that they're talking to, anybody else that they're interested in. Like, they're interested in only you and you only. Like, you're the only person that they're talking to. But once they're too much in their head, they have analysis paralysis. Okay, with the Ace of Wands here, like, shit, they want to give you, if they haven't gave you that wand already, if you're in a wand type situation, like they want to show you what that wand do for sure. Okay, look at that rose growing out of that book. They're like, let me open that up for you. Let me open that up for you. TMH, good, are you saying good night? Good night to you as well. Thank you for stopping by. The King of Swords in the reverse. So they might not come forward and tell you exactly like how much they feel for you or what like how heavy their emotions are in this case, but like I really feel like they're going some sort of financial difficulties. That might be their problem. It's like they're like, well, I ain't no man unless I got land type of deal, or they're worried about their financial like future, or worried that you aren't going to like be as interested in them once you find out like that they make less than you or something. But this person doesn't want to put this on hold. Like they don't want to put it on hold. The Four of Swords in the reverse. They don't want to rest on it. They don't want to miss out on this opportunity. They they want to yeah, Five of Swords. They could be scared, They could be scared of disappointing you. They don't want to disappoint you. They might be a little bit intimidated as far as like your like maybe they're intimidated in the bedroom, but it feels like it's like money intimidated, like they're intimidated by the money aspect of their own personal situation. I don't think it has anything to do with your personal situation. Like they're intimidated by their personal situation. Like they don't feel like they could come forward, unless like they got it going on in the bank account or something. I don't know why they feel that way. Maybe there was somebody else, like this is past disappointment with the Five of Cups. Like there was somebody else that treated them badly because they didn't make, like it wasn't up to this other person's standard, so now they hold themselves to that same standard, that somebody else put them through. um yeah, they're still a little wounded from the words of what somebody else told them, which isn't fair to you because I mean you didn't cut them, so why are they bleeding on you? But it's like they're still bleeding from whatever. Yeah, Page of Pentacles in reverse. That this person's got some money issues. Kitty, don't do it. This person has definitely got some sort of monetary issues, or they feel like they lack, like their character lacks because they don't have what it is that they would like to have. And I think that it has to do with something about their past trauma, with somebody that told them something about themselves that really had nothing to do with their actual character. It does, like the fact that they don't make enough money, or the fact that they ain't got it all that going on in the pocket, doesn't mean that they're a bad person, that they're not loyal, that they're not funny, that they're not, that they're not good in bed. They just might have a little bit of a money issue, but for some reason this person like absolutely puts their value to what it is that they make in the bank. And I think that has to do with some sort of past trauma. That's crazy. There's a license plate number. Cool. So let's see what we get from these. So like there are personal issues, like they feel very deeply for you. Like there are problems that they have. They're intimidated about their own circumstances. They're intimidated with what it is, like they haven't gotten over whatever trauma somebody else, because when people break up with somebody else, they say some really dirty shit to another person, like, oh, you got the flabbiest, like whatever, you got the smallest penis, or you know what I mean, like you can't pay for shit, blah blah blah. It's like people really pull out their true colors when it comes to a breakup. So whatever it was that last person said to this person is still like they're still ruminating in it, like they're still like marinating in the juices of those really bad words that whoever told them. But they definitely want to give you that wand. All right, like this person is very, very highly sexually attracted to you, very highly sexually attracted to you. They could be intimidated about that too. Like maybe they've been talking all this game and they're like, okay, well now I have to actually perform all of those things I said on the phone. Like, oh no, put it to the test and shit, call me on my bluff, like what the fuck, how dare you. But they want to start over. Can we start over after all of this? you know they want to start over, and the heart wants to do its own thing no matter what it is, no matter what I try. It's like no matter how I try to walk away from this, or if I try to go my own direction, it's like my heart still just keeps wandering back to you. you know but they don't want to hurt you any further. If they've hurt you already, it's like they don't want to hurt you anymore. Like they're scared of hurting you. So that tells me that this person does respect you as a person in general. It's not like they're like, oh well, whatever, like fuck Leo. Leo can just, like, nah. Leo's is cool, man. So this person does have respect for you. They do consider how you feel and what it is that they're doing. And consideration is one of the highest forms of respect, right? And they didn't expect this to happen. They didn't expect for them to have the feelings that they have for you. All right. So this kind of came out of blue. It was like out of nowhere. And yeah, they hold back their true feelings for you. They hold back, and it's because they're intimidated. They're intimidated by their money situation. I don't think it has anything to do with you. It has to do with them. But most insecurities are like that, right? So this person really does feel for you, but they're worried they're worried about whatever it is that you got going on. Like they don't feel like they can compare to whatever it is that you got going on. Private relationship. So they have been keeping you a secret. I don't know if they've been keeping you a secret or they just keep this in private. I mean, that's the best way to be is to be private, but they know they fucked up. They know that they did something. They know that they fucked it up. All right. They know it, but they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear what it is that anybody's got to say to them about it. So they'd rather just avoid the situation. And it looks like you kicked them to the curb. Did you kick them to the curb? These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Oh, one of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. So they could have recordings of you as well. They might re-listen to recordings. Like if you sent like happy birthday messages, or like they just like listening to your voice. Whatever recordings that you send to them, they listen to them over and over again. But this person might have had a promiscuous past, or they think that you've had a promiscuous past. They've definitely had their numbers. They've had their numbers in. They put their numbers, like their numbers is not on display. Okay, they don't display them. Keeping you a secret. What's up with this keeping you a secret thing again? So that could just be their taboo as well, like their kink. Maybe their kink is about keeping you a secret or make it seem like it's a secret. you know. But they know that they did something dirty. They did something dirty to betray your trust. And they could be down to visit the sex shop, go pick out toys and shit. Like maybe y'all have already visited the sex shop. All right. Some people is intimidated by the sex shop. Have you ever been with somebody that's intimidated by the sex shop? Like, or they look at it like cheating? Like them shits is boring, right? Bored, boring, bored. So this person doesn't seem like they're bored, or they don't feel like you're boring at all. Like, yeah, judgment. They know that you're all that in a bag of chips, but they feel like they fucked up, and like they're not sure if it's worth trying. But they do have a lot of love for you with the Ace of Cups. There is love there, and they are thinking about you. They do be thinking about you, and it does look like there's going to be movement forward with the Chariot. So, but they're intimidated by their money issue. I think that's their biggest issue right now. All right, let's go on to the Virgo Collective. Virgo. Hi, Virgo. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, whatever time you're watching this video. Let's see if the person is that you are thinking about is thinking about you. Is the person that Virgo is thinking about Virgo too? Chances are they are. Usually, if we're thinking about somebody, we can't stop thinking about them. That means that they are thinking about us. It's just quantum physics, right? Quantum physics. If you would like a personal reading, please go to my website at crystal-lavender.com. It's scrolling right there somewhere over there. Yeah. crystal-lavender.com. All right. And you can book a private reading. I have everything from a one question and personal mini reading all the way to continued guidance throughout the month. And there is a 10% discount on my website, as well as signing up for my free newsletter, and you can get exclusive content every Monday. Okay. And a free download of my book. So Virgo, what do we got for Team Virgo? The World. So they feel like the business that you guys have with each other is done. That it's complete. That you guys have completed the process, completed whatever level it is. It's like you beat the boss, you leveled up, and now it's on to the next mission. But they could be keeping some sort of secret from you, or they're just stalking you in general. That's a stalker card. So the Page of Swords, so they be keeping an eye on you without you knowing that they're keeping an eye on you. I don't know if you have this person blocked or if they have you blocked, but even if they have you blocked or you have them blocked, like they still have some sort of burner account or some shit. They are restless about the situation. They're a little impatient, a little bit restless, could be keeping themselves up at night thinking about this. You know, Page of Wands in reverse, like they aren't going to come, they don't want to come forward. They don't want to speak, okay? With all these pages in reverse, like they would rather just sit in the sidelines and like watch from a distance than come forward. But they do see, either because they see that you're happy and they don't want to interrupt whatever it is you got going on, you know, like they feel like you're happier without them, or like the fact that they're not talking to you like makes you happy or something. Somehow or another they see you as happiness, either that you are happier without them, or they're, you know, that you're happy that they're not talking to you. They're just on the sidelines. You know, the King of Pentacles, like they're very slow. This person is very slow and methodic, so they could be slowly working towards something, working towards a goal, you know. Very methodical, the Hangman, but they don't see things from your perspective. They're not looking at things from your perspective. They refuse to surrender. They're not surrendering. Viva la resistance, the Strength card. But it's taking them a lot of strength to stay away, to keep their mouth shut, to not come forward. All right. Like they want to come forward so bad. They want to reach out so bad, you know, but like they're not going to. They're not going to. The Fool card. So they could just be building up their strength to move forward with the Fool card, the very next card. They could be building up their strength to move forward, you know, but they've been watching you. They've been watching you. They've been spying. This person has been like hardcore spying behind the scenes. King of Cups in reverse, but they're not going to tell you how they feel, you know. They're not going to let you know that they've been doing that. That's like their own personal little secret. You know, they want you to believe that it's over, that they feel that it's over too. You know, with the World card in the upright and the Death and Rebirth card here, you know, they definitely want something new to start. You know, I don't know if it be friendship or just like a reconciliation or just with y'all be cool with each other. You know, like they don't want any sort of bad blood with you. They don't want no beef. It's like, I don't want no beef. I'm a vegetarian, you know? I turned into a vegetarian now. Like, I don't want no beef with you. The Tower, yeah, because they know whatever happened is completely like there's no building that back up. Like there's no building back up the way that it used to be. The way that it used to be is done and over with. All right, like they're a little hopeful that maybe y'all could build something new, but they have no hope for rebuilding for whatever it was that you guys had. They know that whatever you guys did have is fucking done, burned to the ground. I don't know if you lit that match and set that mofo on fire, or if they lit the match, but yeah, this person look guarded, they're guarded towards the situation, or they feel that you're guarded towards the situation, but they got their guard up. Like they're not like, I don't know if they're just expecting you to have like give them a piece of your mind, you know what I mean, to tell them what time it is. Like they're just waiting for you to tell them what time it is, or they're just waiting for the right time to come in to say something to you. But they're guarded, or they feel like you're guarded. So if they feel like you're guarded, then they're going to keep their guard up. But they're waiting and watching, creeping. They a creeper. You know, so give them a show. Give them a show. I wish things could change between us. Yeah, like what I say. They wish things could change, you know. They know that it'll never go back to the way that it used to be, but they don't like the way that it is right now. Like, they don't like the way that like you guys aren't talking to each other, or that you guys aren't in each other's lives right now. It says life's too short to stress about love. That goes for anybody out there. Life is way too fucking short. You should not be stressed about it, okay? They should not be stressing you out. They should be adding to your happiness. Not to say that everything is all rainbows and unicorn farts all the time, but if you are doing a way, you got a scale, and it's like you're more stressed out than you are inspired or motivated or happy, then something's wrong there. You know, and they might have addictions. They're not good for you. I have addictions. I am no good for you. So they could be drinking too much, partying too much, but they have a lot of self-doubt. A whole lot of self-doubt. And that's holding them back. But they feel you're better off without them. I mean, that's what I said at the opening of this reading. It's like they see that you're happy, and they don't want to come in and fuck that up, but they are watching you. This person is most definitely watching you from a distance. Creeper. They're a creeper. Creeper. Ooh, but they a hater too? Are they a hater and a creeper? Ugh, that energy's gross. They got anger and management. They got some sort of anger issues. It's because they're insecure. They're insecure. They got anger issues. No, but that's a telltale sign of being insecure is anger issues. All right, let's go on to Team Libra. Hold on, you guys. I gotta go to the restroom. I've never had to do this before, but I gotta do this. So I'll be right back, okay? Sorry. I'll be right back. Oh man. Okay. Okay, guys, I am so sorry about that. Whew. I am so sorry. I've never had to do that in the middle of a reading, but I just had to pee so bad. All right. Libra. I am so sorry about that, Libra. Okay. Team Libra. Usually I can hold it, but I started doing the pee-pee dance. I was like, oh no, I better go. I better get going. Okay. Team Libra. What do we got for Team Libra? Is this person thinking about you? They thinking about you? What's going on for Team Libra? Is this person thinking about Libra? What do we got? Page of Swords in reverse. So this person is keeping an eye on you. They might be stalking you, stalking your social media. Oh, but they do see you as an 1111 card, the Four of Wands. They see you as a wish fulfillment, Libra. They see you as like the best that they've ever seen, but they're still not coming forward for whatever reason. Yeah, they're keeping it to themselves. Like, they don't want to be impulsive. You know, maybe they have a history of being impulsive, of like just you know, being reckless, not really thinking before they jump, and it's like they don't want to be like, this person might have a um you know, like the Knight of Cups in reverse is like the Romeo, the charmer. Like, this person could charm the pants off of anything, you know. And I think this person is not, like, they're trying not to do that. They're trying not to be that impulsive, you know, just say what you want to hear type person, because this person knows that you have the potential. You have the potential for long-term serious, like serious outcome there. The Ace of Pentacles, like, yeah, that y'all could build a life together, that y'all together could be a really good team, you know. Four of Cups, but they're not sure if they're still thinking about like their past failures or the failures of the past. Like, I posted this meme the other day and it was the Four of Cups, and it was like, just take the fucking cup already. It's like the hand in the sky is trying to give this person a cup, but it's like all they're looking at is the spilt ones, you know. They don't quite know how good of an opportunity that they have. Like, they don't know if the opportunity is really there, or if they're just imagining it. um, they do feel unfinished business with you, or they might have unfinished business with somebody from the past. Like, they could be tying up loose ends from the past, or just like completing their karmic contracts. But you guys do have unfinished business with each other as well. uh, so this person is holding on to how they feel. The Ten of Cups, like, this person is seriously holding on to how they feel, because I mean, they feel all kinds of rainbows and unicorn farts, you know, and they don't like that. They don't like that they feel rainbows and unicorn farts. They don't like that they see that there's like huge amounts of potential. They don't like that there's, you know, that there's feelings there. It's like, I got my circle dot dot shot. I don't want no fucking feelings, you know. So they're avoiding this connection, because they're scared of, of how deep it could be. You know, the emperor in the reverse here, you know, they're avoiding taking things in their own hands. They're avoiding, like, um they don't want to be responsible for how it is that you feel either. It's like, maybe they had somebody that put a lot of responsibility on their shoulders, you know. It's like their past relationships were like, no, like, you're responsible for making me feel happy, you know. And it's like, that's not that person's job at all. It's not your job to make somebody else feel happy, and it's not their job to make you feel happy either. It's like, you can both like increase each other's happiness, but ultimately it's like my job to make sure that I'm happy, and it's your job to make sure that you're happy, you know. And if we're together working as a team, then we can help each other, you know. Like, you can rest your head on me, and I can rest my head on you. We can encourage each other, we can motivate each other. But I feel like the relationships that they've had before, it's like they had to walk on eggshells. They had to walk on eggshells. Like they have a kind of really jaded outlook about love in general because of their past experiences with it. Five of Wands, yeah, there was just always a fight. It's like no matter what they did, they weren't good enough. So they're like they don't they're kind of tiptoeing around the tulips here because they don't want they don't want they see that there's a lot of potential. There's like an extreme amount of emotion, that there's potential for great success here. But at the anytime that they felt like that before, it's turned into a fucking shit show. And then they've end up losing a friend, they lose a partner, they lose themselves, they lose their money, they lose they lose out, like, so they associate that feeling with loss. So they're not trying to associate you with that feeling because they don't want to associate you with loss in the long run, because they have a very jaded outlook on love in general. The Page of Pentacles, but they see a lot of potential. They see that there's extreme amounts of potential, like shit, the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, especially if this is a new person, if this is somebody that you've like recently just started hanging out with, or like recently like just got having romantic interest in. You might have known them, but maybe they never looked at you in a romantic way before. But if they did, it's like they could see the potential. They see that there's a plethora of potential there, but the way that they associate the feelings of connection, it's like every time that they feel connected with somebody, it's turned into some sort of major loss for them. So they've connected those two dots together, and they're not following they're not following their intuition. They're following their past hurt. Like they're guiding themselves with their past experiences. And it's like, how are we supposed to have something that we've never had if we continually tie it to everything that we've already felt. So like this person is kind of not allowing themselves to be fully in the moment, even though they feel this extremely intense connection with you with the Lovers card here. Like they feel an extremely intense emotional, physical, passionate, like you inspire them, you motivate them, they motivate you, but they are not like they're scared of that. The Ace of Swords, you know, in their mind that has always been tied, like feeling like that has always been tied to them losing the best parts of themselves, or having to fight. It's like, sure, it's all fun and games in the beginning, it's all romantic, and then as soon as the swelling goes down, then it's like all fighting in eggshells and shit. So they're trying really hard to not have an emotional connection with anyone right now, because yeah, the Six of Wands, because of their past hurt, because of the way that they were betrayed in the past, or the way that like they were done dirty. Like I don't know if like this person has been through divorce, and it's like the last time they fell in love they lost their house. The last time they fell in love they got a restraining order. The last time that they fell in love, it's like they had a kid and the kid got taken. It's like they've tied a lot of like their really bad experiences in their life to falling in love with somebody. So they are really jaded in that aspect, but that doesn't mean that they don't feel this connection. They absolutely do feel the connection. They feel it very intensely, very super intensely, and they see that there's an extreme amount of potential there, but they haven't completely, like, they're terrified of moving in that direction, because they have all those what ifs in their mind. Well, what if it doesn't work out, then I'm stuck. Like, I lose my house, I lose my car, I lose my job, I lose myself, I lose my kid. It's like they haven't learned how to play that country song backwards yet, where they get all their stuff back. Because they do see an extreme amount of potential, and they are very sexually attracted to you, very physically attracted to you. The way I treated you was wrong. Please don't put up with this behavior. They want to make sure that you respect yourself too. All right. Don't ever lose respect for yourself. Okay. Make sure that you're staying on top of your own life. Like, don't sit around waiting for this person to call. Like, make sure that you have your own life. Make sure that this person knows that your life doesn't revolve around them. Okay, because that might have been their problem before too, is that somebody was extremely codependent, and like their whole world revolved around them. So it was their job to make sure that they were happy. It was their job to make sure that their finances were taken care of. It was like always their responsibility to make sure that this person like had some sort of life. So make sure that you um are very very much in tune with your own life. Like, you got your own shit going on. All right. because they never thought they would ever feel this way about someone ever again. Like they swore off love. What did I say? They were like, no, I'm never doing this again. So the fact that they even remotely feel that there's like a really tight connection there scares the fucking bejesus out of them. Okay, because they're like, oh no, 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 we are not doing this again. You know, so make sure that you just keep doing what it is that you're doing. Like don't revolve your life around them, and they don't want to embarrass themselves in front of you either. You know, they don't want to make a fool out of themselves. They want to make a fool out of you. um and they thought it would be over by now, but somehow, you know, somehow through it all they still feel the same. You know, they thought that it would just go away. You know, they thought that their feelings would just go away, or it would just be like, you know, another wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. May I please have another? You know, but the instead of it going away, it's like their emotions just got stronger for you. The intensity's grown. You know, their physical attraction has grown. Their interest has grown. Their like the mystery has grown. You know, but it says, please don't wait for me. You know, but you shouldn't wait for them anyways. You got to make sure that you show up for yourself. Like, continue doing what it is that you do for yourself. Like, you got to make sure that this person knows that your world does not revolve around them, that you have your own life, you know? And would you hear me out if I try to explain myself? Would you? Would you listen to them? Would you listen to them? Would you be able to listen to them vent about their lives and listen to them just to listen and not to respond, not to, you know, hold it against them later, you know? Or like this person is really looking for a safe place that they can be, like a safe place where they can be themselves, you know, without somebody like harshing on them, or without somebody like, you know, bringing it up later in a conversation about like one of their defects. You know, it's like this person is looking for a safe haven, you know, that they can be themselves with as well. um it's like they don't know what they know they need to shit or get off the pot. It's like, I don't know what to do anymore, but yet I know what to do. You know, we always know what to do. Like ultimately, like we might try to fight that, but when push comes to shove, it's like we know what we need to do. We always know what we need to do. It's like this person, they know they're being faced with a decision. You know, they know that they might be losing out on an opportunity. And it's like they don't want to lose out on opportunity. You know, and is it truly over? Like, is it really over, or like y'all been doing this before? Y'all been on and off and on and off. Is this time for reals? You know, is it for really reals this time, or is it for really reals on this time? You know, there are things inside of me that I'm too afraid to show you. What did I tell you? Like they're scared. They're scared of being vulnerable. You know, they're scared of showing you all of their skeletons in their closet. It's like if this person can't even face their own skeletons in their closet, then they're going to be really, really, really scared to show you. You know, if they can't even face who it is that, like, if they can't face their kinks, you know what I mean? Like they don't know what it is that they like in the bedroom. They don't know what it is that they like on the outside of the bedroom. It's like they're never going to be able to open up to you about that because they've never even faced it inside of themselves, man. And that's one thing that's cool about like people that have owned everything that they are, everything that they ever will do. It's like, yeah, I'm a kinky motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like I'll show you what that mouth can do, you know? And there's some people that just have not, like, that's what the devil card talks about, is facing those things that we find inside of ourselves that we think are shadow, that we think are taboo. All right. And this person is afraid to show you because they're afraid to show them, they're afraid to show themselves. Says you are better off without me. They think you're better off without them. But I mean, if they can't be true to themselves, then they can't be true to you. But they truly like you, and they know that there could be more between you. Like I said, they see the potential there. They see that there's a massive amount of potential, and it scares the fucking shit out of them. You know, this person runs faster, scared for sure. Insert Ned Flanders scream and run. They're like, oh, feelings? No, bugaboo. They might call you. They might call you boo. You know, or they could just bug you, just bug the shit out of you. Uh, Game over. Hopefully they ain't playing no games because you're gonna beat that shit. If they're playing games, like you're like shit, you got that chess piece figured out. Emotional intelligence. They might be intimidated by that, by the fact that you carry yourself with emotional intelligence, that you are a master of your own mind, that they can't play the games on you like they play with other people. That could be part of the potential that they see in you too. You know, not only does it come off as a challenge, but it comes off as like it piques their interest because you don't play their games. You know, Be careful with that. Somebody out there is they might have had some sort of pregnancy scare, or they're scared of getting someone pregnant. So make sure you wrap it up if you ain't into that, you know. And fake friends. So this person has been surrounded by fake people, fake friends, fake relationships, or you might have fake people in your life as well. So be mindful of those people, right? Like my mom's best friend married my dad, you know, and they're putting on a show. They're putting on a show. They want to keep you entertained. They're trying to entertain you, or you're trying to entertain them, one of the two. But yeah, they're in their fields. What did I say? They're in their fields. They're in their fields and they don't fucking like being in their fields. Okay? They don't like being in their fields. They don't like feelings. They got their circle, dot, dot. Now I've got my feeling shot. Okay? They're like, no, fuck that. I don't want no feelings. You know? Like they might be an avoidant. They might have an avoidant personality disorder or something. But they're they don't like the fact that they feel deeply about this connection. They don't like the fact that like they can't just toss you aside, you know? They don't like the fact that you are someone that they respect, because that makes them have to feel like they have to consider you, you know, and they don't want to do that. They don't like doing that. All right, let's go on to Team Scorpio. Scorpio. Bam, bam, bam. What do we got for Team Scorpio? Team Scorpio, are they thinking about you? Are they thinking about you? Right, meow? Are they thinking about you? If you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you. What do we got for Team Scorpio? Team Scorpio. What do we got? Shit. Busting out with the Lovers card? What, Scorpio? So, yes, this person is absolutely thinking about you. With the Lovers card, that's one of them things that you can't get away from. It almost feels like those lovers connection feels like it's like almost like it's happening to you, you know? It's like you can't stop thinking about this person. You're like, why the fuck am I thinking about this person all the time? You know? It makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. I can't stop it. It's almost like they're thinking about you against their own free will over here. So you could be dealing with this is definitely a higher level of commitment. This could be like a very um divine type of connection. Y'all got a divine mission, or through this divine mission is like you find out the truth about yourself, so that way you can help others on their path here. But this is a higher level of commitment, higher level of education. um I almost want to say like a godly mission in some way, you know, like a true divine couple, like the true twin flames are here on a, like there's a very significant meaning for all of that, you know. But their priorities are all out of place with the Two of Pentacles. They could be a little bit overwhelmed with this connection. Like this connection overwhelms them. It scares the shit out of them. I'm not sure how to take it. Like I said, it feels like somebody is taken over their mind. The Moon card in reverse, like they don't know how to release the fear that they have with this situation. Could be dealing with a Pisces, could be a Taurus, could be a Gemini, the Hermit as well. Like they're trying to come out of their box. You know, they're trying to be more receptive, more open, more vulnerable, you know, but at the same time, it's like they don't like, I mean, so far we've got 5 cards and 4 of them are major arcana cards. Okay. So this is a very significant connection for you. And the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, I just split it to the 10 of Cups. So yeah, does this person thinking about you? Yeah, almost like their fucking mind is invaded. Like you take up space in this person's head 24/7. Okay. 24 fucking 7. It's like they wake up thinking about you, they go to bed thinking about you, and they don't know why they think about you so much. It's just one of those type of connections where it's like it feels like it's happening to you, you know, like almost like they have no control over it. Like they've probably gone through all kinds of different, yeah, 9 of Cups. They've gone through all kinds of different different avenues with this connection. It's like they've tried to forget about it and they can't forget about it. They've been angry about it. They've been sad about it. They've had separation sickness. They've been like, whatever, fuck it, I don't want it. But it's still in the back of their mind. It's like they've gone through every single like emotion, like every single part of the roller coaster that they could go on with this connection. I think the both of you probably have, and it's just come to the point where it's like, okay, Four of Pentacles, I'm just gonna sit and see what happens. I'm just gonna hold on to it. They probably have not told you any of this. They've probably not told you how much you invade their mind, and how much it bothers them. Like it probably bothers the fucking shit out of them. It's like if they could just flip a switch, I don't know if they would like get rid of it altogether, but they would definitely make it to where it stops invading their mind. It almost feels like an invasion of privacy the way that they think about you, but they have sexual thoughts about you. They're very passionate about the situation, you know. This person could like they're definitely have you in their spank bank. Like you are a part of their spank bank on a regular basis. And they don't know why. They don't know why. Six of Pentacles. There could be some sort of public they could be in the public eye, or you could be in the public eye. Or they're scared about what the public will think about the situation. Like they're scared of like the scared of public opinion. But something about this is very much like seen, publicly seen. Or could also be like feeling like a charity case, because you see how this person is given the coins or whatever. Like they don't want to feel like a charity case. I don't know if you can see that or not. Whereas like putting the pentacles inside of his cans, that they're like coming up to him for like giving for charity. So they might think that you view them as a charity case, or that it's like they're like, no, I write my own fucking destiny. I'm not like at the will of anybody else's like command. It's like this person is very much like they want to be in control of their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own like they could just be like viva la resistance about the whole situation. Yeah, guarded. Guarded. They're like, no, blocked, blockity block, block, block. They're trying to block it out. Like they do not like the way that this invades their mind. They feel like they have no control over it whatsoever. And they feel that they are at the mercy of this connection, of these thoughts. They feel like they are at the mercy of this situation. And they don't like the way that feels at all. But, they haven't surrendered to this connection yet. They haven't surrendered to it. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They haven't surrendered to it. But they absolutely feel it. There's no way that this person isn't thinking about you. Like this person is thinking about you all day, every day. What is that? King of Cups? Yeah, King of Cups. They have a serious amount of emotion for you, a serious amount of love. They want to move things forward, but they feel if they did, it would be a fucking tower. That it would just all fall to pieces, or everything would have to fall apart. Like this person might be married or something already, and that could be why they have such a hard time with this situation. It's like, why do I feel so strongly about this person? I'm already in a connection, so that they can't offer you this cup of love. That makes way more sense, and they feel like it's unjustified, like it's not fucking fair. It's not fair that they're with somebody else and they can't stop thinking about you. But that's really what this feels like. That makes a lot more sense. Either this person is with somebody else or you're with somebody else, and they feel like it's unfair that they think about you the amount that they do think about you. You're the devil. Like this person it feels bound to this connection, and it's driving them fucking crazy. It drives them crazy that they can't stop thinking about you. They feel like it's unfair that they can't stop thinking about you. They feel like they are under some sort of spell. They might have even accused you of doing some sort of spell work. I've had that happen before. People have been all in love with me and shit, and then they accuse me of fucking doing black magic on them and shit. It's like, I wouldn't do that. I know better than that. That is stupid as fuck. You put a spell on me, didn't you? Like, no, fool, what the fuck? Hell no. So this person might accuse you of some dumb shit like that because they can't stop thinking about you and they don't know how to stop it. They're like, it has to be magic. I can't stop thinking about you. It has to be fucking magic. You're like, no. Oh, this person could be going through some sort of bank failure as well. They could be getting their car repossessed or like having to move or something. But yeah, they're in their feels for sure. So yes, this person absolutely thinks about you. They think about you all day, all night. First thing they think about, last thing they think about. Think about you like a million times throughout the day, you know? And they're running away from their emotions. They're not going to face these emotions. They're not going to tell you about this. You know, they run faster scared. Something about this scares the fucking shit out of them. Runs faster scared. Boo boo boo. Envy. I don't know who's envious of the relationship or what the envy's about, but you got some sort of like that's one of the seven deadly sins. That's not even just jealousy. That's like worse than jealousy. Somebody envious. Maybe it's like the person that they're with, like maybe they know that they can't stop thinking about you. You know, outdated, expired, disguised. So you probably already know this information, but yeah, fulfilling a fantasy. So that you are absolutely in this person's, you are nonstop in this person's mind. Nonstop. You are in their spank bank. You fucking live rent free in their mind 24/7. Okay. And I think they're with somebody or some shit. And that absolutely puts a hold on it. Because if they'll cheat with you, they'll cheat on you. Okay. And if they'll cheat with you with someone else, then they'll cheat on you with somebody else too. Like they ain't no shame in that shit. So be mindful of that energy for sure. All right, let's go on to the Sagittarius collective. Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, whatever time you're watching this video. We are going to find out if the person you are thinking about is thinking about you, okay? And what sort of thoughts they are having. Sagittarius, what do we got? Hey, N. Williams. Hi. Nice to see you here. Pam Bear, what the hell? Thank you so much. Pam Bear. N. Williams. Yeah, I felt like coming. I didn't, dude. I got up super late today, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, "Am I gonna watch Netflix and just do nothing, or am I gonna come online?" I was like, "I'm so gonna come online." And tomorrow I will be live, and we are gonna do that face to face. Like I will have the link posted, so it'll actually be there, so it's not a big so it's not all confusing. I think I figured it out. So I'm gonna have the link posted, and we will be face to face. In between times, I'm gonna invite people on with me. So tomorrow at 8 p.m. Mountain Time, I'm doing another all signs video. But in between the signs, I'm gonna invite people for a free face to face live mini reading. So I love doing that. I love getting face to face with people and having them, on my show with me and seeing their pretty smile, their handsome smile, and really getting to know the people that that come in. Like I always see your faces, or I see your names, but I don't see your faces. So Sagittarius, what do we got for Team Sagittarius? Ooh, Ten of Pentacles. Shit, that's a good jumper. Ten of Pentacles. That's like something you could sink your teeth into. So this person sees that they are making plans. They're drawing a map, they're making plans. Like this person absolutely plans on coming forward if they haven't already. Like they see you as the forever after, like the happily ever after, the forever ever, forever ever ever. This person, like, yeah, Ace of Wands, shit. They want to know what that mouth do. Okay. You are high. You are like number one rank on their spank bank. You rank number one in this person's spank bank. And the chariot there, like they want to move forward. They want there to be movement forward. Like they're gonna do whatever they need to do to be able to make this move forward. It's like they're making plans. Page of Cups. Like they want to talk to you. They want to talk to you about their plans. They might have went up the mountain to talk to God. Like they might have asked questions about you or try to figure things out about you. They could be asking like people that like what your favorite types of things are so that they can come in and impress you. or they're just making sure that they ask you the right questions. Like this person might literally ask you a million fucking questions because they want to get to know who it is that you are, not just your everyday like, hey, how's it going? How's the weather? Blah blah blah. Like your fucking small talk bank. Your small talk bank is empty, and they're not trying to touch you in small areas. Like they want to touch you in big areas. They want to get to know you in the they want to get to know you for who you are, and they want it to move fast. Like they see this moving like really really fast, or they might be a little bit pushy. I don't know. I just had a Sagittarius reading where it was pushy, huh? Where they like a pushy energy. But this person is kind of like a happy-go-lucky person, or they see you as a happy-go-lucky person. They think that you guys could be happy together. Maybe you're just happy and they're happy together. Like two happies equal super happy. So they think that you guys could be really, really super happy with each other, or just really super happy together, because they see you as genuinely being happy, and this person is genuinely just happy by themselves too. So they're like, well, what the two of us together with our powers combined, then yeah, with the Two of Cups in the upright, with our powers combined, it's like they feel like you guys could be like a super couple or super happy. Yeah, they're not indecisive about the situation. It's like they see they it's like I like what I drew, and I drew what I see. Seven of Wands in the reverse. What's that? So yeah, they want to let their guard down. Letting their guard down. They don't feel like they gotta fight the world. Like they don't feel like the world is out to get them with you. Like they don't feel like they are fighting against the world when they're around you. It's like all of a sudden the world stands still, and everything is just chill. You got the Ten of Cups. Like they could see you as like their forever person. Like they got so much love for you, so much hope for this situation. The Star card. Like damn, let me be a Sagittarius. Let me be a Sagittarius. What the fuck? Cause this shit is so hopeful. Like they see you as all that in a bag of chips. Like they want to know you on a soul level. Like they want to, when they hug you, it's like they try, like you can't get close enough to them. They can't get you close enough. The Eight of Pentacles. They feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself. Like they can see the healing that you've done. Like they feel like you mirror back to them the healing that they've done as well. Sweet dreams, Pam. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. Thank you so much for being here. And the Fool, yeah. They're ready to jump head first. Like they don't give no fucks. Like they're ready to go. Like they see what they like what they see, and like they have done made up their mind. Like they're ready to take this leap of faith. Like are they thinking about you? Yeah, fuck yeah, they're thinking about you. Like you're the only thing that they can think about right now. It's like you not only are number one spot on their spank bank, but shit, they think like they want to know you. They want to get to know you. They want to know what makes you tick. Like they don't want to just ask you a bunch of dumb questions. It's like they want to know what your favorite part of your day is, every single day. They're not just asking you, oh, were you good today? Like these stupid ass dumb questions. It's like they want to know real shit about you. They might have fucked up somewhere, because it says the way I treated you was wrong. Please don't put up with this. So they could be testing you. That could be a test to see how you like handle yourself. Like like sometimes, like especially if you're dealing with a dude, if you're dealing with a guy, sometimes they'll not respond to you on purpose, just to see if you how you handle yourself. If you don't send them 500 texts, about like, oh well, fuck you then, da 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 da. Or if you're like, oh that's cool, like just hit me up when you're awake, you know what I mean? Oh, you might have passed out, or oh I see you're busy. Like you don't like lose your shit over it. So this person might have tested you, and they want more, but they're scared of like how it will work out, or if it will work out. Like they're scared of putting their all into a basket and not getting shit, but they're willing to put their all into a basket. And this person is they might be a fighter and not a lover. Like they're better at fighting. They might have had a lot of relationships where it's like they break up to make up. It's like they don't know how to be in a healthy relationship. It's like, well, you're not jealous, like you're not trying to slash my tires and shit, like you're not worried about who I'm talking to. Like they might be a little bit intimidated by that. And it's not easy for them to explain how they feel. So they might have come from a generation where it's like, especially if it's a dude, that you're dealing with, it's like men were taught how to not be women. They're not taught how to be men. They're just taught how to, oh, well, don't cry. What are you, a girl? Don't cry. What are you, a girl? Don't do this. What are you, a girl? Don't do that. What are you, a girl? Don't act like this. So they might have been taught not to express their emotions. So they don't really know how to express exactly how it is that they feel. So they might be more of a shower. They're a shower and a grower, or a grower and a shower. uh, I'm trying not to be dirty. I try not to be dirty, but um, yeah, and they don't want to hurt you. You know, they don't want to hurt you. If they've already hurt you, then they know that you deserve better than that. But this person thinks that you are like their forever and ever person. Like they could sink more than their teeth into you, and like you be able to take it and be good. You know. Yeah, and if something did happen between you, they didn't know that hurting you would hurt them as much as it hurts them. You know, they didn't realize that you being hurt, and that's how you can tell if somebody really gives a fuck, is like hurting you should hurt somebody if they really care about you. You know, that like if they do something and they don't mean to do it, if they don't mean to do it and it ends up hurting you, then they should like learn from their behavior and correct their actions. A real apology, like they say, a real apology is changed behavior. But if somebody hurts you and they act like they don't give a fuck that they hurt you, then that means that they don't give a fuck. All right, because if somebody really truly cares for you, it should bother them that you are hurting from something that they did. All right, and it feels like, yeah, if this person did hurt you, that it hurt them that you were hurting. And it says, I know that I lied. That's a big one right there. A liar? No, I don't fuck with that shit. It's like there is no reason to lie to me. Like you tell me the truth, the chances are I might get mad, but I'm gonna get over it. But if I find out the truth on my fucking own, and I find out that you lied to me and you didn't come clean, you didn't come correct, then that's a fucking no go. But you come correct, you come to me and you come to me correct, and you tell me that you lied. Like, yeah, sure, I might be mad, but I'll be more respectful of the fact that you came towards me with the truth than if I had to find it out myself. If I found out some shit, you know what I mean? Then that's a big fat fuck no. And I understand human nature. Sometimes our human nature, that's our first response, is to lie about shit. I used to do that with my brother when I was at work. I'd come home with a white box, and my brother would be like, "Oh, where'd you get the food?" I'd be like, "No, my coworker bought it for me." And then I couldn't live with myself with that, because I knew it was a lie. I'd have to tell him, like, "No, I lied. I bought it myself." You know what I mean? So, I mean, lying as a response is one thing, but make sure that you come correct with your bullshit if you're on some bullshit. All right. I mean, because we're all human and the shit fucking happens, but make sure that you come correct. So this person might have lied to you, and you might have already known it. Yeah, I just want to be free. So if they're gonna fuck around, then they should just fuck around. All right. If a person tells you that they don't want to be committed, like, trust them. Don't try to change that. Don't try to change. Like, in the back of our mind, we always have this, like, oh, well, maybe if I act this way or I act this way, like, they'll change their mind and they'll want nothing but me. Nope, nope, nope. No, no, no. If they act that way, then you act that way. All right. If they're gonna act like they are not in a relationship, then you ain't in a relationship either. Like, you act how they act. You put in what they put in. Like, you don't be doing a motherfucker's laundry and shit that ain't even like trying to put you on social media. You know what I mean? All right. Let's go on to the Capricorn Collective. I'm gonna drink. Right, and Williams. All right, Capricorn. What do we have for my lovely Capricorns? Hi, Capricorn. Welcome here. Welcome back. Last night was awesome. I went and my voice sounds a little fucked off because I got to sing with my old band, and it was my son's first show last night. So it was cool. It was really cool to share a stage with my son, and I'm not even in a band anymore. It was like a super honor. So my voice is a little My voice is not up to practice. It is not used to that anymore. All right, Capricorn. Is this person thinking about you? Are they thinking about you, Capricorn? Are they thinking about you? If so, what are they thinking? Ooh, the world. So they might feel that your cycle is complete with each other. They might feel like they're like you guys completed your cycle, that there's, that there is no more moving forward. They do have a lot of anxiety about the situation. They're trying to come out of it. They're trying not to feel so anxious, but I feel like they have lost sleep over this situation, but they do feel like it's over. They feel like it's over. And if they are moving towards you, they're moving very, very slowly. Like they want to make sure that they have footing there. Like they don't want to just go fucking gung ho and get embarrassed. They don't want to embarrass themselves by trying to come forward to you because they feel like there would be nothing but conflict. The Five of Wands, all right? They don't want any drama. They don't want any drama. They don't want to fight with you. Like they feel like it's over and like it's given them a lot of anxiety. But they are planning to come towards you in the future. They are making some sort of steps to make their way towards you or to make the situation better with you, but they're not exactly sure how. Yeah, they don't want it to be over. They got the world in the upright and the death in reverse. So they didn't want it to end. They didn't want it to be over, but they know that if they come forward right now, or at least they feel if they come forward right now, it'll be nothing but drama. So they're like slowly, cautiously, like taking one little step forward at a time. All right, like because this is the slowest mover. This is the slowest mover in the whole deck right there. So they are super, super slowly making their way back towards you, but they do feel like there's like there's a huge burden there. They're trying to put the burden down. They're trying to not lose sleep over this situation. Like they're trying to heal. You know, the Four of Wands. They do want success with you. All right, with the Four of Wands, but they know that there's a long ways to go before they can actually bring the golden fleece all the way home. You know what I mean? The 1111 card, the Four of Wands is the 1111 card, so that's the happily ever after. That's the wish fulfillment. Like their wish fulfillment would be, to make amends, to come forward, to be, if they feel like that's also being in the rightful place, like in the throne of the rightful place. They know that you should be on top, that you were right, and like you deserve some sort of apology or some sort of amends. But they know that there's like a lot of work that needs to be done before that can actually happen. Yeah, Ten of Swords. They got a lot of anxiety. There's a whole shit ton of anxiety, restless nights, no sleep, you know, tossing and turning, thinking about this situation. But they would like to move forward with the Eight of Wands. Like that's movement, that's guided movement. They might be asking their spirit guides, they might be asking God, they might be praying about the situation, um, whatever it is that they're into, but they're calling on their ancestors and their spirit guides to help guide them through this situation, and asking for strength, praying for strength. But the thing about praying for strength is like when you pray for strength, it's not that you're just gonna wake up strong. It's like you're gonna wake up with situations that fucking test your patience, that test your strength. When you pray for patience, you're not just gonna wake up with fucking patience. It's like the like universe, God, source, spirit is gonna give you situations that's going to enhance your patience. It's like you don't just wake up with muscles. You gotta lift some weights for them. And that's the same thing with spirituality as well. Like with our mindset, when we ask for strength for something, it's like we're not just gonna get strength. Like we're gonna get tested. It's gonna give us situations that build our strength, that build our character, that build our resilience. So I think this person has been asking for strength, and they might have been praying for strength, praying for forgiveness, but they didn't know that what all that encompassed when they asked for it. So they could be extremely emotional about this situation, or just like bitter. They're bitter and emotional, a little moody. They're kind of moody, a little bitchy about it. They acting bitchy, all right? They acting a little bitchy. They might try to buy you something. That could be how they try to get back into your good graces, is by trying to buy you something. But they're not trying to be impulsive. They don't want to be impulsive. But that is the Knight of Wands is also a sneaky motherfucker. That's like the brother to the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Wands there. in the reverse anyways. That's somebody that's like strategic and sneaky, that will get what they want one way or the other. It's like they know if they just keep climbing up that mountain one step at a time, that you will forgive them, that you will let them in one way or another. It's like one way or another, like they're like, Capricorn's gonna let me back in. I don't care what I gotta do it. I'm gonna make it happen. Let's see what we got over here. Holy crap. It is fucking late already. I didn't realize it was so late. Oh my god. Oops. Oh well. Y'all are troopers, man. My bad. Mars retrograde, yeah, impulsive rage. So they have anger management issues, blowouts. They could be have some sort of mental disorders, they could have psychosis, or yeah, it says the person hating on you has narcissistic behavior, so they might have a narcissistic tendencies. And if you cut them off, they definitely don't like that you are sticking to your boundaries. Trickster spirit, yeah, sudden loss. They might be trying to gaslight you and getting you to question your own reality and shit. And that's the way that they do it, is once they get you to question your own reality, it's like then they feel like they've broke you. It's like they're training you, fake spiritualist. So this person could be like a gatekeeper. They could be gatekeeping. I feel like they're an avoidant. Yeah, personality disorders. They don't know how to be themselves. What was I just saying? This person has some personality. They might have multiple personalities. They could be psychotic. They could have bipolar issues. They could be an emotionally avoidant. They could be narcissistic. There's a lot that comes with this person. Not all that you see on the surface is what you get. Like there might be several different personalities under this one person's personality. um and they'll claim that they did it, like I did it first. So it's something about um they'll claim I did it first, knowing damn well they got inspired by you. So they could be taking your ideas and running with them and not giving you any sort of credit for it, and is envious of your career and the money you make. So you could be really successful, and they might not have ever been successful with anything. Like they might have tried a bunch of different stuff and like started a bunch of different things, but never been successful with not any one of them. So they might be envious of your success, and they're recruiting haters. They recruit people to be on their side. But I mean, people with narcissistic tendencies, that's what they do. They try to get people to be on their side. They're not going to tell the whole story. They're only going to tell the story that makes them look good. They're not going to tell the whole truth. They're going to admit pieces of the story that makes them, if it makes them look bad, they're admitting that piece of the story. Like they're not going to come forward and say exactly what happened. you know Bad choices. They be making bad choices, but that's also part of being, if they've got some sort of schizo personality disorder, that's goes hand in hand with that shit. All right, let's go on to Team Aquarius. So yeah, they're thinking about you, but not all their thoughts are good. Capricorn. Yeah, and they won't admit the truth. They ain't gonna admit it. All right, Aquarius. I didn't mean for it to be so late, but I got up so late, and I was just gonna sit there and watch TV. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Well, this sounds like he's your ex for a fucking reason, then for sure. I don't understand why people always want to take their exes back. It's like taking your ex back is like trying to put poop back in your butt. You know what I mean? Like you don't put that shit back in there. You don't put shit back. Like you can't pick up shit from the clean end. Okay, there is no clean end of shit. And like exes are exes for a reason. All right, Aquarius. Is this person thinking about you, Aquarius? Some people don't like to hear that. Kitty, I'm almost done. We got 2 more signs, okay? Do you want to come say hello? Come here. Come say hello. Say hello. And I'm meow. Say hi. This is Pixie. He's my meow butt. He's meowing at me like, he's like, why aren't we in bed yet? He's like, you're supposed to be cuddling with me. We're supposed to be in bed. I love him. He's such a loud purr. You definitely deserve better than that. But that's why they're the X, right? That's why they are the X. Hmm. All right. Aquarius. What do we got for Aquarius? Which one is it, Pixie? Which deck should we use? Can I put you down without you knocking everything over? You get on my lap? Aquarius. Is this person thinking about you, Aquarius? See, he's a Turkish Van Kitty. This is like they call it the thumbprint of God. There's like a whole legend about Turkish Van Kitties. I got him right as right when I first started spiritually awakening, when I thought I was batshit crazy and losing my mind and all of that stuff because spirit was talking to me so hardcore. And then this dude came into my life, and then I was doing research about him, and then even made me feel even more crazy because then I found he was a Turkish Van Kitty, and then I looked up the whole Turkish Van Kitty, um, story or whatever, and I was like, he's a kitty for he's a god kitty. I was like, it's all God, it's all God. Uh, Everything is God. And I know some people like that word by itself triggers the hell out of them. So, um, and I understand that because I was once there myself. But I love God, and God is everything. And He is my little protector. He's a cuddle bug. I thought he was a she when I first got him, so that's why his name is Pixie, because I thought he was a girl kitty. It ended up being a boy kitty, but he could be a boy pixie. Mm. Yeah, if you look up Turkish Van Kitties online, you look up the legend of the Turkish Van Kitty. They talk about how they have like this one thumbprint in between their shoulder blades, and they call it the thumbprint of God. And like they were like supposedly swimming kitties, like he's from Turkey. He's like a rare breed kitty. But his mom was an alley cat. She was a train hopping alley cat. Just like me. Pixie's mom was a train hopping alley cat. Hmm. All right, Aquarius. Ten of Swords in reverse. So this person is trying to heal from this connection, or they feel like there needs to be time to let this heal. It's like it feels like they've been doing a lot of work. The Nine of Pentacles. It's like they've been doing a whole hell of a lot of work on themselves. Like this person could be in recovery. The Queen of Swords, they could be working on their own mental, like they're becoming a master of their mental, a master of their emotions. Maybe this person let their emotions run really high, really rampant. They did a lot of things that were just emotionally fueled instead of like logically fueled. Like maybe this person was not very logical in the past, so they just ran off of their first impulse, you know. Especially if you're dealing with a woman, because women have a tendency to feel before they think. That's why men are thinking feelers, and women are thinking are feeling thinkers. So when you ask a man something, that's why he takes a minute to ponder to answer your question, because he's actually thinking about it before he answers. And women are emotional thinkers, like we feel before we think. So we have to really learn how to take control over that, because sometimes our emotions can be leading us astray, because sometimes just because we feel something doesn't automatically make it the truth. I mean, it's valid all the time, like all of our emotions are valid, but it doesn't necessarily make it true. And I think this person ran really highly on emotions before, so they've been working really hard to be more logical, to be more in their logical mind. Shit, the Lovers. So this person feels a very intense connection with you. They like you could have been their spiritual catalyst, the catalyst for awakening, or they are yours. Like maybe you guys are both each other's spiritual catalyst for awakening. To me, the Lovers card is not necessarily about romance. I mean, it can be romantic, but for me, the Lovers card is more about being in a divine like lab partner. It's like almost like your lab partner in the school of life. Like they're like your major, like in order order for you to pass this class, you've got to get together with your lab partner and like up your vibration and learn the things you need to learn about yourself in order to like transmute the energy. And I mean, lover's card can be romantic, but that's not all it's about. It's like it's so much more spiritual than it is romantic, because romance is a human thing, and when you're talking like the lover's card, that is a divine, that's divine, that's not human. So there's definitely a divine connection here between the two of you, but it may not be in the romantic sense as like traditionally people like to think of romance, of the lover's card as being a romantic situation. But I think this, yeah, 10 of Pentacles, like there's a lot of potential here, a lot of potential for growth, a lot of catalyst for spiritual growth. um I think you guys really really help each other along, like you guys have really helped each other along this path. The Empress helped each other birth new selves. It's like through the experiences that you've had with each other, each of you has shed your old skin and have turned into a whole other person because of your experience with each other. All right, like you guys have birthed whole new versions of yourself, and it could be to help birth whole new versions of the planet as well, with it being the Lover's card. But there's so much longevity and success within your own personal space within this connection. I mean, it's not even necessarily outwardly, like not even, there might not even be anybody that really knows about this whole situation, but inwardly, like there could have been some disappointments and major disappointments along the way in this situation. Either this person has been very disappointed in themselves, maybe very disappointed in the way that they acted. They feel kind of small. Look, she's so small. Like that door is so big and she's so small. Could be very intimidated by the whole aspect of this connection in general. But this person feels very like they don't feel big enough. They don't feel grand enough. They don't feel extraordinary. And sometimes we get so caught up in things being extraordinary that we forget that the ordinary, like the everyday ordinary shit, like what it is, like how big of a miracle it is just to be alive, just to wake up and like none of the planets have collided while we were sleeping. That's a fucking miracle all by itself. So um like this person doesn't feel like they're extraordinary. I don't know if that's just because of like maybe the way that they view you, or the pedestal that they have you on, the Ace of Cups. But they have so much love for this situation, for you and this situation. Like they have a very 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 special place in their heart for you. um they look they don't think that it's fair the way things happened. Like they wish things could have been different. That it could have happened differently, or that things would have worked out differently. you know um but they still wouldn't go back and change it if they could. The 10 of Wands, like they might be really hard on themselves, especially for whatever it was that they did to cause whatever sort of conflict in this situation. It's like they have a hard time um forgiving themselves for what they did. They could be they could be drinking too much. It definitely makes them a little out of balance. The Temperance card, like the Temperance card is a card of like being able to fill your own cup, pouring from one cup into the other, because we're not supposed to pour from our cup, we're supposed to pour from our overflow, right? It even talks about that in the Bible. But the Temperance in the reverse could also be a card about drinking a lot, or like overindulging. Like maybe this person had some substance issues, like maybe they were in active addiction, and they had to really really clean their life up. Guilty, I've done that. 5 of Wands, yeah. But they feel that there'd just be a lot of conflict there. Like if they tried to come forward from whatever it was that they did, or whatever it was that they said, or however it ended, they just feel like there would just be drama, and they don't want to cause any drama in your life. They feel like their presence in your life causes drama, and they don't want to cause any sort of disruption in your life. So they stay away from that. The Page of Cups, yep. So they hold back from speaking to you, or from reaching out, because they don't want to cause any sort of chaos, confusion, or drama. Because they felt like any time that they were in a part of your life, it's like it just was just caused confusion, and they don't want to cause you any unnecessary confusion or any unnecessary hurt or resentment or harm. I think this person feels like they think very highly of you and of um y'all's situation together, whatever it was that you guys have done for each other as far as your leveling up in your spirituality. Like this person feels very highly of the situation, but they feel like coming towards you is, yeah, they're not going to come towards you. They feel like coming towards you is um that it's nothing but drama, that they cause nothing but problems. Like you guys are better off away from each other doing what it is that you need to do. So the with the lovers card there, this person absolutely thinks about you. They absolutely think about you. And they think about you in very high regards as well. Like they think very highly of you. It's not even just that they think of you, like they think very highly of you. But they don't want to cause any drama in your life. They don't want to be the source of any sort of drama. This is Tiger's Eye, helps with grounding, protection, self confidence, inner strength, willpower, and clarity. So you might want to pick up a piece of Tiger's Eye to help you with this situation, to help you understand this situation. Unexplained body welts, bruises, and scratches. You might be doing some sort of like 5D work here, or maybe this person is like invading your dreams, and if you are having any sort of weird sexual dreams, like this person could be really getting freaky with you in your dreams. Okay, like maybe they feel that that's the only place that they can contact you, like is in the spirit realm, and they be fucking your shit up in the spirit realm. Oh shit, they be fucking you up in the spirit realm. Yeah, and they think that you don't care about them at all. They're mad because you pay no mind to them. So they think that you absolutely have no feelings for them. So there's really no point in coming around, because they feel like you don't even exist in their world. Like to them, you mean a shit ton to them, and they think that you don't think about them at all, you know. And they might have a significant other in their life right now that um does not like you, does not like the connection that they have with you. There's definitely someone on the outside that is intimidated by the spiritual connection, or um yeah, but they secretly keep tabs on your every move. Like they be watching you. They're always watching you. Always watching. Reminds me of what is that? Monsters Inc. Always watching. Unexplained freak accident. I don't like that. We're gonna put those cards away. No, thank you. Pass. We don't fuck with none of that. But they hate nothing about you. I hate nothing about you. And tired of the drama. They just don't want to cause any drama. They don't want to be the source of any sort of drama whatsoever. It's like if you don't smile when you see their name, then they don't want to be there. You know what I mean? It's like if my name doesn't make you smile, then I don't belong there. So, and they feel like that their name doesn't make you smile, so they don't feel like they belong there. Yeah, drama. Just cut it straight to the same card. So they don't want any drama with you. They don't want any beef. They've turned vegetarian. They don't want no beef. All right, let's go to the Pisces collective. I can't believe how late it is. I was not intending that. I was not. That's okay. It's okay. I will still get my daily done. And then tomorrow we go live for an All Signs at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. And we will be face to face. You can face your fears with me face to face. All right? All right then. 20825. And Williams, we're not friends on Instagram or Facebook. We should be friends on Instagram or Facebook. I want to be your friend. You want to be my friend? All right, Pisces. Pisces. Are they thinking about you? Pisces. Are they thinking about you? Right meow. We should. We should be. Are they thinking about you, Pisces? Four of Pentacles? Shit, they holding on to it. If they're thinking about you, they're greedy. They're greedy with whatever it is that they're thinking. But yeah, the Six of Cups, they're nostalgic. Like you could know this person, you might have known this person for a long time. So they could be going over past past messages or just past memories with you. Like they go through their memory bank of the times that they've had with you, and they look back really fondly. But they might be keeping that a secret, or they might be holding onto it. Oh shit, tower. Like, did something happen? Some sudden and abrupt. I mean, not all towers are bad. Okay, some towers are actually really good. I mean, in all lessons ultimately equal blessings, but some towers are really good. It might have been suddenly sudden and abrupt. They're like, they see you one day and they're like, damn, what the fuck is Pisces doing? You know, like I've done forgot, like, Pisces, where the fuck you come from? You know, come out of the woodwork and shit. So it might have been sudden and abrupt, like they all of a sudden started thinking about you, or it's like you just all of a sudden popped, like you they popped into your life, you know. And they could be really impulsive. They're like, all right, let's get it. You know, like this person could be really impulsive, kind of uh, very charismatic. All right, this person could be a charmer, or you could be a charmer, or just very charming in general, because that's like Romeo, thou Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Oh, the King of Cups. Oh, they got all kinds of feelings for you though. Like, even if they don't express it, like this person absolutely has feelings for you. You know, they just be trying to keep that on the down low. You know, maybe they don't. Maybe the feelings that they have for you were sudden and abrupt, and they like came out of nowhere, and they're like, what the fuck? The King of Wands in reverse. So this person might be playing games, or they think that you're playing games. You know, they may be playing some sort of emotional games, or just playful games in general. Maybe this person just wants a sex-based connection. The Hermit card. So this person keeps to themselves, or they like to keep to themselves, or they just been keeping this shit to themselves. They just keep whatever it is to themselves. They're like, nah. Like, that is between me, myself, and the universe. Me, myself, and the universe. Yeah, this person will walk away. Like either they have walked away, or they will walk away from any kind of anything. I feel like it's like any kind of anything. It's like, nope, on to the next. Like, this person is really like, they're really flighty, really flighty. But you got the Lovers here, Five of Wands. So they might be fighting their feelings for you. They could just be really flighty in general. Like, they are making plans to come forward. Look at them putting on that drawing. They're putting that paper to pen to paper, you know. But they feel small. They feel kind of out in the cold. Like, they feel like a loner. They feel like there's no point, you know. You know, the Star card in reverse, they feel like there's no point. There's kind of no hope in it. They feel like their emotions are for like nothing. So it's like, what's the point of expressing emotions, because it's not going to go nowhere. They don't feel like it's going to go anywhere, you know. As much as they would like it to, it's like they don't. Yeah, the Empress, they think that, I mean, they see that there could be a shit ton of potential, you know, that it's very fruitful, very fertile. Like, the ground that you guys are building on is very fertile, but the part of them feels like there's no hope in the situation at all. It's like they go back and forth between it. It's like, well, maybe there's a chance, and then they're like, nah, there ain't no chance. Well, maybe there's a chance, and like, nah, there ain't no chance. You know, there's the like, maybe if I put in the work and work on this, like it could be something. It's like they feel like they've put a lot of work in on themselves, you know, and if they keep putting work on themselves, and they keep putting work in this relationship, that maybe it'll turn into something. They're hopeful in that sense, but at the same time they're guarded. They're like, they got this guard over their heart. They got this cage over their heart. They're like, I want to let you in, but you gotta fucking climb through the cactus, you know. Like, I'll let you in if you can climb through cactus. And uh this person's scared, you know, but they are very sexually attracted to you. You know, they could be like, all right, cool, it's just a sex-based connection. All right, cool, you know. But they do see you as being very happy, and they are very happy whenever they're around you. You know, like, they're happy when they're in your presence. They're happy when they think about you. They have happy thoughts about you. Um, but they're definitely moving slow. You know, anything that has to do with like anything tangible, it's like if this person wants it to be tangible, it's like they're just gonna move slow and steady, slow and steady. You know, but even though they want it to be like impulsive as fuck, like this person is super impulsive, and they might just be like like they could be I don't know, it's an air sign, but it's giving me a lot of fiery energy. Like, this person could just be balls to the walls, like, let's get it, you know. But they're scared of having any sort of real connection. It's like, as long as it's just, yeah, as long as I don't have to give my cup up, like, as long as I don't have to actually truly feel anything, then we're good. You know, like, this person is really 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 scared of being um being disappointed, or disappointing you. It's like they don't want to get their heart broke. So they're just going to they just work on themselves, keep to themselves, keep plugging in, doing what they need to do. Um but they have a lot of emotion for you, and like the emotion that they have for you was sudden and abrupt. It's like they didn't expect to have that kind of emotion for you. They didn't expect to have emotion for you at all, or it just kind of came out of nowhere, and they're not sure how to feel about that. So they're trying to remain balanced with the temperance card here. They're trying to remain in balance. They want to keep control over their emotions. Like they don't want to let their emotions roam free. They would rather just stay logical. They would rather have a head over heart rather than let their heart fucking. It's like last time that they let their heart do the shit. It's like they ended up like all over the place. So they're trying to remain very logical about the situation. Like they're not just jumping in all willy nilly. This person might be a little like they might not have as much finance. They might not be as well off in the bank as you are with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, but I feel like they're working on it. Yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles, like they're working on their finances. They're working on their self-worth. They're working on um like having their own throne and sitting in their rightful place. Like they want to sit in the rightful place of their own throne. But the Queen of Cups, they're not trying to be emotional. They're not giving you that emotional cup. And that might be weird for you because you're a water sign. So Pisces are like, you guys are all about emotions. It's like, what do you mean you don't you don't want to be emotional with me? You know, the King of Swords. This person could be an air sign or a fire sign. And it's like, what does water and fire do together? Water and fire, water will put out fire. What happens with water and air? It's like air is always trying to escape that water. So yeah, this person is guarded. They're guarding their heart. They're holding on to their heart. Like they're not letting their heart go. They're not giving up that heart. Okay, they might be giving up the booty, but they are not giving up the heart. They're like, nope, not fucking happening. They would like to the celebration. They would like to celebrate, go out and have a good time, do whatever, but they ain't giving up their heart. Ain't giving it up. They're like, you can have me physically, but you can't have me emotionally. Like emotions might be deeper to them than physical. What else do we got here? And that might be weird because you're you're a water sign, so that might be weird for you. Oh, not this one. This one. You can have my booty, but you can't have my heart. Yeah, they might have treated you in some way that the way I treated you was wrong. Please don't put up with this behavior. So you might have tested them or they might have tested you, and I wish you hadn't walked away, but I know you had to. So whatever it was, if they tested you, it's like they called your bluff or you called their bluff. You know what I mean? And you're standing on business, standing on fucking business. And they regret whatever it was that they did. They regret however they acted. They regret whatever they said. Or maybe they have a lot of past, like regret from the past, and they don't want to repeat that same behavior. All right. Says I make excuses because I don't want to love again. That's as solid as it fucking gets right there. That's exactly what they're doing. Like they do not want to love again. It's like I said, you can have my booty, you can have my dick, you can have my this, you can have, but you can't have my heart. You know what I mean? It's like I'll share with you, I'll share my physical aspects, but yeah, like something about like giving you their heart, like they're fucking terrified of that shit. Yeah, they're down to touch you and get physical. If this person is down for a physical connection, they're down for a booty call, they're down to be friends with benefits, but they are scared of falling in love, and they might have a little bit of self-esteem issues, courage to stick up for myself. Um, but they don't want it to be over, you know. They would rather keep playing. They want to keep playing. They don't want the game to be over. They want more. They do want more. Underneath all of it, they definitely want more. But they're scared that it won't work out. So what do? They're not they're keeping their heart on lock. Keeping their heart on lock because they don't feel like it's safe to do that. I wish we could talk it out. But what you gonna talk about? You know, like, do you guys even have conversations? If it ain't about sex, can you even talk? Says, I don't want to give you hope and promise something I can't deliver. Or, that might be how they feel about you too. Like, they might feel like they don't want to get any sort of hope, and then fucking get their hopes up for nothing. So yeah, I don't know if I could ever be who you need me to be. So they might feel like they just don't measure up to what it is that you need or what it is that you're looking for, you know. Says, please let me go. I need space. I cannot give you what you need. But it's like they don't want you to let them go. They don't want you to let them go, but they don't want to give you their heart either. It's like they don't feel like it's safe to give you their heart. That they feel like it's safe, like you guys can have a physical connection, you know. You guys can have a physical connection, but they ain't about that actual emotional connection. Yeah, because they're terrified of rejection. So they're just playing it cool. Playing it cool because they're terrified of rejection. You know, this person will give you their physical body, but they won't give you their spirit. I need to hold myself back from their true feelings. They're holding themselves back. But I think their feelings came to them suddenly and unexpectedly, completely abruptly, like a tower moment, like hit them out of fucking nowhere. Like, what the fuck? And it's like my heart wants to go its own way. No matter what I do, it's like no matter what I do, it still comes back to you. What the fuck is up with that? And I have addictions, so they might be addicted. Maybe they have some sort of weird secret obsession with you, or they have some sort of addictions that like they are trying to fight within themselves. So it says that they're no good for you. I truly like you, and I know that there could be more between us. That's their problem. That is their problem right there. They're terrified of rejection, and they really do like you, and they would like for there to be more between you, but they won't give up their heart. And I wish I knew then what I knew now. Maybe things would have been differently, would have ended up differently. But everything happens exactly the way that it's supposed to happen. Because if it didn't, that means universe is a fucking dumbass, right? God ain't no dumbass. So everything happens exactly the way that it's supposed to happen. We might not like it. Game over. They don't like that game over. They don't want it to be game over. They like it. They like it. They could be down to go to the sex shop. They could be really, really super sexually super sexual towards you. Like, they might be more sexual towards you than they've ever been with anybody else. Like, they're comfortable with you sexually, but give you their heart, hell nah, they running away. They're like, nah, I'm cool. They don't like that shit being in their feelings. They don't like it. Feelings? Oh no. Circle, circle, dot, shot, dot, shot. I got my feeling shot. Like, no, no, no. Investigating. They can turn into, they might be trying to figure out more about you or learn more about you. But yeah, they don't want to do this. They don't want to fall into pieces. They don't want to fall apart. They want to lose themselves in someone else. Right? They ain't trying to do that. So sexual protection. So I don't know. This person might have some sort of spiritual STDs, or you have spiritual STDs that they're trying to separate themselves from. Some spiritual gonorrhea or something. Like, fuck that. You got to be careful with your sexual entanglements, man. This fucking turns into quantum entanglements, and then your spirit is all entwined with somebody else's shit. You catch whatever they got. Oh man, it's fucking late. It's too late for this. The hell am I doing? Knowing they fucked up. Bad choices. Red lipstick stains. Depression. Enjoying the gossip. Keeping you a secret. Manipulation. Getting played. I don't like any of these cards. I don't like them. I don't know, man. I think they're scared. It's like they have emotions, and their emotions came suddenly and abruptly out of nowhere, that are completely unexpected. They don't like it, and they are guarding their heart. They're guarding their heart. All right. I love you guys so much. It is fucking way too late. I can't believe it's so fucking late. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Okay. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. Please remember to hit that little like button on your way out, okay? And if you would like a personal reading, you can go to my website at crystal-lavender.com. It's over here somewhere, right over there, right there. crystal-lavender.com, where you can sign up for my free newsletter. It comes out every Monday and it has exclusive content. You can get a free download of my book. My book is about overcoming addiction, like hopping illegal freight trains, being on Sally Jesse Raphael, going to Woodstock 99, like all kinds of crazy shit in my life. So it is my journey to my recovery. Like, hi, I'm 4 years completely sober, and my name is Crystal. Okay, and I'm a recovered addict. And my book is about my journey of recovery, my journey when I was in active addiction, all the way into my 4 years of being completely raw dog in life. So that there's a free download of that on my website at crystal-lavender.com. And I love you guys so very much. And I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going face to face, okay? Face to face, in between signs, at 8 p.m. tomorrow, all right? And I will have it posted at the top of the top of the chat. The link will be there, so that way I don't have to do what I did last time for it. So I can't wait to see you guys, and I love you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Love you. Boom, beep, beep. Good night. Thank you, Ann Williams. Thank you, Pam Bear. Thank you, Ralph. Thank you, everyone that came in. I love you guys so very much. Siva, um, all of my moderators, and just everybody. All right, I'm sleepy now. Okay. Okay, for reals this time. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. No more and then. And then, no more and then.